Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and I want to kind of talk to you a little bit of kind of a funny. Um, okay, I'm well experienced in adventure, and one of the things that I love doing is sharing what I've done, either talking about it or in some cases teaching. And one of the things I teach is self-defense. And but I do it a little differently. I don't do newbies because there's a lot to it. You really have to have the right attitude before I can explain anything or show you anything. And so I did this class, and what it was in a church, and they were teaching self-defense shooting. And that's been going on for over a year. Yeah, I'd say over a year. And and I've been watching them, and they have kind of a neat layout. They got a projector up on the ceiling, and it shoots the screen on the wall. The whole wall is a screen. And what it is, it's a picture of a field, and they have a target in this field. And they can use the computer and bring the target up close or take it way out. And then you use an airsoft gun, and they put a thing inside the barrel, and so when you shoot it, it just shoots an electronic thing out there, and it'll mark where your bullet hit. And so it was kind of neat. And I saw them when I first saw them doing this stuff. You could see these were new people learning how to hold a gun, close one eye, and do all this kind of stuff. And I don't say nothing because I know they're new people and they're nothing I can do. And as time went on, I keep going over there and watching them, and then they were getting, you could tell they weren't new people anymore. They knew how to handle the firearm, and they knew how all this kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. So then I suggested we get a card table out, and there's between 5 and 8 of them over there shooting all the time. And so they'd sit around this card table, and the gun is sitting on the card table, and you slide it to somebody else. It doesn't matter left, right, cross table. You just slide it over there, and then they slide it, and then somebody will slide it to you, and then you slide it somewhere else. And you keep sliding it around, and when the target jumps up on the wall, then if the gun is sitting in front of you, then you grab the gun and you shoot the target. So you're learning how to shoot sitting down. And so then you could see them doing that, and it was really entertaining. And but so then this kept up, and then finally I was over there and I'm watching them, and you could really see improvement. I mean, these people really know what they're doing. I mean, they're comfortable sitting and drawing and shooting, across the table, behind you, to the sides, because you get up and you move on the table. So then you're in a different shooting position each time. Or not each time, but they just kind of change it around. And so finally, I could really see the improvement was really good. And then, so I told them, I said, well, I'll teach y'all some self-defense shooting. And, they said, yeah, and so they gave them a couple months to get ready, for this thing. And so I went over there, and then I brought some more guns, so we've got plenty of guns now. And I didn't give them no instruction, nothing at all. It's just like they've been doing. When the target comes up, you grab the gun and you shoot. And so then, what we're going to do differently is there won't be a target projected up on the wall. I will be the one. And then what's going to happen, you sit there, you push the gun around, and then when you hear me say something, then you grab the gun. If it's in front of you, you grab the gun, and, I don't know, that was it. I didn't say anything else. And I didn't give them instructions because, like I say, they've been practicing, but they really don't know what they're practicing or what they're doing. And but I thought I'd give them a chance to, figure out what they're going to do. And so I got up against the wall, and I turned my back to them, and then I hollered out. I waited a little bit, let them have a chance to move the gun around, and then I hollered out, "This is a robbery. Raise your hands." And then I turned around. And when I turned around, I'm looking because I know somebody's got a gun. So I got to wait and find out who it is that's got the gun. And so right when I turned around, the one that had the gun went on and brought it up and started shooting me. And, well, that sounds good, except for I shot her first. I mean, this is what happens. And so I shot her. I shot her in the arm. And then it ricocheted up and went across the table, and they had face masks and stuff to protect them. And it hit the guy's eye on the other side, the face mask eye. And then, I stopped, everybody stopped. And then I commenced to correcting her. And they thought, well, she did really good. She shot me 4 times. And, well, let's see. One is right there in the web of my hand. Another one, let's see. You can see it. Yeah, right there. See the scab on it. And it was bleeding. And then shot me right there and then right here. And so, in their books, hey, she did good. The problem was I already shot her. Now, yeah, I just shot her in the arm because I can shoot you anywhere I want. They're just lucky to get a shot off, and I knew that. So, but it's okay. And but anyway, so I commenced to giving her instructions on what she did right, what she did wrong, and all this kind of stuff. And this whole time, I'm standing there, and my arm is bleeding, and everybody's watching the blood come out of my arm. And then. And the funny thing was, she's a millennium person, born at that time. And I hurt her feelings. Like I care, When I'm teaching, I am teaching how to take someone else's life, and I hurt your feelings. It didn't hurt your feelings killing somebody. So, I don't worry about that kind of stuff. And so everybody's standing there. Well, she got up and she went to the other side of the room and sat there and started pouting because she was mad at me. And then everybody else, they said, that's it. Everybody took their mask off and they said, I'm not going to do it. And, they said, you're bleeding. And I looked down there and, so what? We're learning how to take life, so, and so it was funny. And then I commenced to telling them, and they said, well, you didn't give us any instructions. And I said, okay, so yesterday, if you were in a restaurant and you're sitting there in the restaurant and you're all carrying a gun, everybody's carrying a gun now. And so you're carrying a gun. So what are you going to do? Did you get any instructions? So that was funny. And so then that's why I didn't give you any instructions. You don't know what to do. How can I instruct you when you have no idea what's going on? And then so then I started giving them instructions. I told them, I said, now the first thing you do is you don't shoot. Whatever happens, you don't shoot. You get your hands on your gun and get ready, because you don't know how many people there are. You don't know where they're at. You don't know anything, but you got to be ready. So then that's the first thing. Now I can give you instructions, because now you can relate. You can relate to what I'm talking about. And they said, well, we're not going to do it anymore. And I said, well, I don't care. But I thought it was so funny that my little bit of blood coming out of me, they don't want to do it. They're afraid they're going to get hurt. So what are you doing carrying a gun? You know what I mean? You don't mind hurting other people, but you don't want to take a chance getting hurt. Because here at this class, we're going to take turns. I was the first one. I had to give instructions, let the next person get up there and do it. And then they'll get more experience. I'll give them more instruction. And as they get experience, they'll get more instruction and then get better and better. But like I say, it wasn't. And then come to find out, the ones that's putting this together, they were all scared. You can tell they were scared. And I think they're more scared about getting shot than anything, but the one that was putting it together, and, he says, we don't talk like that around here. You were cussing. And I said hell and said shit. That's about it. Call that cussing. But even though it's okay, we can kill people, but we don't want to cuss. It was funny. But like I say, that's why my teaching is strange. If I was to come in your house and teach you in your house, the first time I come in your house, I'm not going to teach you nothing. I'm just going to come in your house and shoot you. And the thing is, after that, you're going to, wow, you can't believe it's so fast. You can't believe everything's happening. It's your house. You know where everything is. And then, so now you're over the shock on what it's like, what it is to be in a gunfight. And so now you can readjust. Now I can give you instructions, and then we can do it again. And then more than likely, you're going to win the next time I come in. And if I have somebody working for me, I'll let them come in. I won't be the one, but I know you're going to get shot. So I'll let whoever's working for me come in. And they're learning how all this gunfire stuff works. Everybody's going to learn. And but that's why. So I teach kind of funny. I teach by experience, because why should you listen to me? And how can you compare anything when you don't have nothing to compare it to? So I give you the experience first. And it's a scary situation. I did a house where the guy told me, he says he hates it. Every time there's a noise, my wife would turn over there and turn on the light. So now the place is lit up, and now he's got to go search the house with the lights on there so they can see him. It's your house. You know where all the shadows are. You don't need no lights. And when we did this, we did it at his place. The first time we did it, she knew I came in the house. I make it a point to make enough noise, and she knew I came in, and all she did was just laid there. She didn't even get off the bed. And what I teach on husband and wife in the same bedroom, the wife would get the phone, dial 911, tell them there's an intruder, give them the address, and they're recording all this. And then you don't need to talk to them, because they're going to talk to you. And for your safety, you think sitting on the phone talking is going to be for your safety? No, they do that for the safety of the officers coming in. And so, no, I don't care. The officers should be trained on how to come in. So don't talk to them. But like I say, she didn't even get off the bed. They had a water bed. They said they couldn't believe how much noise the waterbed made. So it was funny. And and he had his shotgun on the canopy above the bed. And he says he couldn't believe how high it was. Because here he is standing like this, when somebody's in the house. So anyway, he moved the gun where he can get to it better. So there's things like that. That's why I don't tell you. I'll let you learn and then ask questions and stuff like that. And then by the time we do it 2 or 3 times, 4 times, then everybody's coming in is going to get shot. But I can put you in your bedroom, and I don't even know where your bedroom is. I can find your house, find your bedroom. I can come in the bedroom and shoot you. Nothing you can do the first time. After the first time, I'm not going to do it. Somebody else will go in there, and he's going to get all shot up. So, and when I say I use wax bullets, now I started using airsoft, and it's okay. It does good. It's not doesn't do near as much damage as the wax bullets do. So, I mean, I'd really be busted open if it was wax. But anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.